Welcome, readers. Today on Book Chat, we are going to break down some websites and apps where you can find some amazing deals on free and discounted books, ebooks, and audiobooks. Stay tuned. Today's episode is sponsored in part by audiobooks.com. Audiobooks.com now has 175,000 titles and 1.2 million podcasts. New customers get 3 free audiobooks comprised of 1 premium credit and 2 VIP titles. Use our promo code Shelf Addiction, spelled as one word, when you sign up at audiobooks.com. Again, our promo code is Shelf Addiction. Hey everyone, I'm your host, Tamara Ford, and welcome to Book Chat here on the Shelf Addiction Podcast. Participate in this discussion by joining the Facebook group Shelf Addiction Official. I hope to hear your thoughts on today's topic. You can always find me and Casey on Twitter and Instagram. The links for everything I've mentioned are below in the show notes. If you enjoyed today's episode, please support this podcast by sharing it with some book nerd friends or on your favorite social media space. That would really help me out, and I appreciate you for doing so. The uncut video version of this podcast is available now on Patreon. Join us there for exclusive videos, including after shows and more. So if you're interested in that at all, you'll need to come on over to Patreon and sign up. Without further ado, let's get started. Welcome back to the podcast, guys. Joining me is feature co-host Casey from Heartful of Ink. Welcome back, Casey.
I'm so happy to be here.
Yay! So for this month's bookish topic, we're going to be talking about ways to get free and great deals on ebooks and audiobooks.
Without being a pirate and stealing, because pirates are bad.
That's free good, stealing bad.
Yes.
Yes. So we don't believe in that thievery life. So come along with us and find out some legitimate ways to get your hands on some books.
Yes. Support the authors, support the artists, support the editors, support this industry by paying some money.
Yes, you can do that too. You can pay full price, but I don't like full price a lot of the time. So especially if it's a new to me situation, I'm going to find the deal. No shame in that.
None whatsoever. None whatsoever.
Yeah, so we have a couple of good things for you. Some of them you might have heard before, I'm sure. Some of them might be new. I found a couple of gems, or there may be some things you don't even think about. So we might have a couple of those in there for you. So we're just going to jump in. I guess the most obvious thing is like your library.
Jazz hands,
support that library.
Yes.
I mean, this is great if you love a physical book. Walk on in, reserve your
libraries
books.
Are amazing. Librarians are awesome. Go to your public library. They have incredible shit. Absolutely. Did you know that most libraries will have DVDs of like brand new movies and shit that you see on Netflix, and you can just go get the DVD from the library for free?
Yeah, I used to use that a lot when I was younger.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I still do that. I'll be like, I don't want to pay $20 on HBO to watch whatever this movie is. I'm going to go to the library and wait 3 weeks.
Yeah, the library is so helpful. But the only thing, because we read a lot of new books, or I do, and sometimes that means you're in for a long wait.
Oh, yes.
6 months.
Or more.
So when that happens, I have backup plans. But if you're lucky, and if you're like me, and you, of course, want something a little obscure that they may not have, and you ask them to order it, you'll be the first on the list.
Oh, yes. I love doing that. I love recommending books to my libraries. Like, order this book. I've already read it, but other people need to read it too.
Yes, I do that quite often. Even on for their ebooks and audiobooks, I recommend those on Libby and Overdrive all the time.
All the time. I will hit my limit for recommendations too often. They're like, bitch, stop. You recommended 6 books this week. Give us a break. And I'm like, but I have 10 more. Come on.
That happened to me like 3 or 4 weeks ago on Libby. I'm like, what? I can't recommend. What are you talking about? guess I got to come back next week.
Next week, gotta remember. Gotta recommend all these things. And then it's so satisfying when you get that email saying, we bought this book based off your recommendation.
Yeah. Like,
I feel so good. I'm like, yes, you bought it. Now other people can read it too.
I know, because like, I love librarians. I do, but they don't know all the things. Sometimes there's some really good things that they just miss.
Mm-hmm. They're only human.
Yeah.
They have to read all of the traditionally published and the self-published. They don't have time to get everything. So that's why we're here to help them and like make these recommendations and like buy these books for us. We want to read them.
Get them. People will read them. And they will, because, honestly, there's a lot of people, like, I think we're like the exception. I'm sure there are a small percentage of people that recommend books, but I don't think the public at large knows they can just recommend
Probably
books.
Not. Probably not.
Yeah. So we're helping everybody, including ourselves, if it's something we want.
I'm recommending the good books,
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, gems.
Yeah. So with that said, we just mentioned Libby and Overdrive. Mm-hmm. That's like my number one place. I used to like Overdrive better than Libby, but since Overdrive powers Libby, I think they've made some recent, like in the last 6 months or so, they've made some tweaks that makes it a little more user-friendly to me.
Libby just had a massive change, like in this past month, and the entire format has changed. And so I'm still getting used to the new Libby, but I like it.
Let me look, because I have not.
Yeah.
I'm like,
no, my Libby just changed completely.
Oh, mine looks the same. Oh, boo. Oh, no. They've added some stuff at the bottom. The menu's changed.
Yeah, the menu has changed. The layout has changed.
It looks nicer.
Mm-hmm.
Search. It does look nicer, which is great. I think the menu's on the opposite side now, which is odd. But anyway, whatever. Yeah, cool. I guess I haven't used Libby recently, but I usually check there first. So like when I get a new book, either for book club or for the podcast or whatever, and it's something that I don't have on my shelf, I've really been on this no buy of hardcover books. Like I really haven't been buying books, not for a while. So that's the first place I look. I run to see if my library has it digitally. I usually pass on physical books nowadays just because of, pandemic.
COVID.
So,
yeah.
Right. So I go there first. And if it's not there, then I have a routine of things before I shell out the full price. But I will shell out the full price if I don't have a choice and there's nothing else.
Yes. No, I've mentioned this before on the podcast, but I collect library cards like people collect shoes. So I have access to 10 different libraries from 10 different states on my Libby. And Libby stops you at 10. I could go to more, but they're stopping at 10. And so I will go through and be like, all right, is it in this library, this library, this library, this library? I go through all 10 libraries.
Girl.
And usually it's available at one, whereas there'll be like a 6-month wait at another library.
Wow.
So yeah.
So I do have another library because I use my mom's library card.
Yes.
She lives in a different city, but I could technically tell both of my sisters to go get library cards if they have one. Give me your ID.
Yes.
So I can get your stuff. Because I do check. Now, my mom's library uses RB Digital. So I have that installed as well. And that is no lie, that's a shitty app. RB Digital is it's not good, but I will use it if I have to.
That's me with Access 360. A couple of my libraries offer that in addition to Libby, and it crashes a lot, but it does have different books. So if there's something on there that I can't get anywhere else, I will read it. But yeah, I prefer Libby hands down.
And same as what you were talking about getting videos and stuff, you can still do that digitally on Hoopla.
Yes. Hoopla is awesome.
Yes.
Hoopla
Except for
gives
it
you.
hates my Android device for some reason. It keeps crashing.
Oh.
Yeah. But it's good on us other devices. So I think it just depends on what device you're using.
Yeah. Hoopla is fantastic and it has no weight whatsoever. If you see a book, you can download it right then. The only drawback is that the libraries usually limit how many you can check out per month. And it varies from like 7, 8, 9, 10 per month. Thankfully, I have enough library cards that I can just alternate between Hooplas. Guys, I got you. Just get multiple library cards or call up your friends and be like, give me your library card.
Yes. And actually, that Hoopla worked out great for me when I wanted to go back and I wanted to reread a series technically, but I'm like, I want to know if they ever did audiobooks. And it was an older one. And it wasn't on Libby, but it was in Hoopla. I'm like, yes. So score. So between the books, the ebooks, the audiobooks, the movies, some TV shows, you can see a lot of British shows on there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You have CDs. Really, you can get music. Yeah. You can get whatever you want. And again, there is no weight on Hoopla. You want something and it's there, you download it immediately.
Which is cool, which I wonder how that works. Like maybe they don't have to buy a number of license. It's just unlimited license versus when they go through Libby, they only have like 10 licenses or something.
Something like that. Yeah. We need to talk to a librarian. Who knows?
I know. We might have to enlist one to come and explain it to us. Like, why do we have to wait 60 weeks for a book? Tell us, please.
Yes, tell us.
Like, I mean, when I see that, I honestly just give up and go buy it because 9 times out of 10, I'm reading it for a reason. And I just can't wait that long. It's just not going to work.
So one of the helpful tricks that I do is as soon as I hear the book is coming out, I go on Libby and search for it. And sometimes they have pre-ordered it. And so, you know, if it's 6 months before the books come out and the library's already pre-ordered it, I put it on hold. And I'm usually like the top 10, top 20.
Yes.
Like, right there. Or if they haven't ordered it yet, recommend it. And then you're at the top of the fucking list.
Yes. When you recommend, you do go right into the hold queue.
So don't wait until the book comes out. You know, start searching months in advance.
That is excellent for like series.
Because I do that with Alona Andrews. Coming. Oh, yeah. Anytime Alona Andrews says, we have a book coming out next year, I'm on Libby like, all right, recommend.
Where is it? As soon as it's available to show up in their thing, grab it, snap it up.
Yes.
But it is harder unless you're constantly watching these lists of what comes out with, you know, standalone titles and just new series. Unless you're constantly watching and you've got your ear to the ground in the book community, it's hard to catch those, to be honest.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It can be really hard.
Yeah. But it's worth it. It's worth it. If you have a favorite author and you know they have books every year, you better get on there in advance, plan, set your clock.
And the best thing about all the ebook library books you can get, it's totally 100% free to you. Absolutely free. You'll never get any late fees because they return it automatically for you.
Yeah, no late fees. And if you're adults, you better take advantage because guess what? You are paying for it in your taxes. So why not use it?
You're not like paying a monthly fee. You're not, you know, subscribing. You don't have to pay. And the libraries are paying the authors. The libraries are paying the publishing houses.
Yep.
It's absolutely 100% free to you except for your taxes. But everybody gets paid and you're not a stupid pirate who's lying and stealing and cheating and, you know, just being an awful, terrible
person. If it's available to you and it's legit, use it. Don't sleep on the library, y'all. Do not sleep on the library. And I feel like we've told stories in the past. I think one of the episodes we were talking about, I think it was like being bookish or something like that. We talked about going to the library, both of us at really young ages, like loading up on as many books as we could carry.
Yes.
How many will they let us take?
There's one library in downtown Denver where the maximum is 100 items. You can check 100 items at a time. And I hit that limit.
Ooh, girl.
I hit that limit a few times. They're like, nope, you can't check out anything else. You're at your limit. And I'm like, But am I? But can I just get 2 more, please? Just 2 more. I need these books.
They're like, no, you have to share.
but yeah.
But why?
I have some wild library stories.
I love the library. And plus, it's like, this is also random, but most libraries smell good to me.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's just the paper.
The paper, the stories. Libraries are amazing, you guys.
Yeah.
And they don't have just free book apps. You need to check out your library because there are apps that will help you with your small businesses. They will have stuff that helps you with your taxes. There's other apps where you can watch movies for free. One of them is Canopy, and you can watch documentaries and obscure movies that, they don't have on HBO or Netflix. Yeah. And you're like, hey, I want to watch this movie. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The libraries, you get so much money, or you get so much stuff for the nothing money that you're paying.
Oh, I know.
There are apps that will help you speak different languages. There's literally anything you can think of. Your library probably has a way to help you with that.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of that, I actually got an email from my mom's library and my library. They're doing summer programs, y'all. Summer programs. That is starting. So if you have like teens and tweens and for adults, like you go online and you track your books and you can win prizes and stuff. I know other libraries are doing that all over the country.
Who's doing that?
Oh, they're not?
Win some prizes? I haven't seen anything yet. I need to go hunt it down.
Well, check y'all in Michigan. Go to your Michigan, because I'm in Oakland County, and 2 libraries in Oakland County are doing summer reading programs for young kids, the tweens, the teens, and adults. So check it out. Don't miss out.
Yes, don't miss out.
So I did have one suggestion. This is not an obvious suggestion.
Okay.
But it's a solid suggestion. If you have a social media account, you do not need a blog. You do not. You don't have to be a blogger. You just have to be willing to review the books and have social media accounts. Sign up for NetGalley.
Mm-hmm.
Go on netgalley.com. It's free. You get early access to a ton of books and audiobooks now. NetGalley hosts audiobooks. Ooh. And just apply to get them. You have to create a profile, plug in your social media accounts, kind of write a little bio about yourself, fill it all out completely and start requesting books. You might not get some of the big name stuff right away, but as you review stuff, you'll get more opportunities for the big name books or the more popular books. And that's a great way to read a lot of current and upcoming books.
Yes.
For free. And you don't have to put it on a blog. Yeah, it helps the authors, the publishers. You can put it on Amazon and they'll be satisfied with that. You don't have to have a blog. You don't have to be a blogger to review these books.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So you guys check out NetGalley. It's good. And I think they appreciate all kinds of points of views, not just,
Oh, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
I know a lot of PR people are sitting there scrolling through the reviews on NetGalley to see what's hitting, what's not hitting, why is this not working? And
Yep.
Oh yeah, they want to hear your reviews.
And they have apps you can download now. Within the last, year, they've released Android and Apple apps where you can read through the NetGalley app. So you don't even technically need a Kindle anymore. Before you have to just push it to a Kindle.
Yeah.
You can go to their app. I have it on my phone. You can read it in the app, just like any other ebook, and you can listen to the audiobook in the app.
That's awesome. I didn't know they were doing that now. I'm so far behind.
They're trying to catch up with the rest of the world. So, because NetGalley was kind of, old school before.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
Good for NetGalley.
So definitely give that a try, guys. Oh, if you do have a Kindle or a Nook, you can search Amazon and Barnes & Noble for free books.
Yes. Oh, yes. No, you can I have both apps on my phone. They are absolutely free. And you can usually find some really good free books or, 99 cents. Amazon has their top 100 free charts, and you can get very, very specific to the genre and style that you want. You have to shift through some not so good books because sometimes not so good books hit the charts, but sometimes really good books are on there and you can find some amazing deals, or you can find some new authors to try out and be like, oh, I do like you.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like any free book, not any book, if it's a free book, that is a perfect gateway to try out something new, somebody new.
Oh, yeah. I found many new authors that I love this way.
Yeah. I think I found, I used to read her stuff. I think Tina Folsom, I think was her name. Does that sound familiar to you?
Yep. I think I've read Tina.
She had these really sexy vampire books. I found it for free first on Kindle. And I was like, oh yeah, I'll buy the rest of the series because I want to keep reading.
Yeah. Yeah, you can find paranormal, contemporary, thriller, YA, and then it gets like really specific into like what you want. And yeah, the Kindle charts for free books. And then Barnes & Noble too. And I'm sure Apple probably has their free books and their app that you can download.
Oh yeah, Apple probably does. And Google Books probably has their sets of free good books. All of these. Like if you're on Android, jump into Google Books and see what's free. Right native, right into your phone.
Yep.
Super easy. And since we were talking about Amazon and Kindle, if you have an Amazon Prime account, a lot of people don't even use this, but it's there. You get a free book every month under their First Reads program. So they're new titles too. They're not old books. They're new. And they do they might have a suspense title, a thriller title, a contemporary romance title, a literary fiction title. They have, 6 to 8 books to choose from. And I usually wait until mid-month and I set a reminder on my calendar so it goes off every month so I don't forget. And I do it mid-month because by mid-month, some reviews have went up.
That's smart.
Because when it comes out on the 1st, no one's read it yet.
Yes.
So I wait till around the 15th and then scroll and see which one has the best reviews.
That's really smart. Ooh, I like that.
Yeah. So if you've got Amazon Prime, which most everyone does, seems like, take it.
Use other people's, but yeah. Does it.
And like Casey said earlier, you don't need an actual Kindle. Just download the Amazon Kindle app.
Just download the app. It's free.
Yeah, you don't need an actual Kindle to read Kindle ebooks.
Same with the Nook. I know people complain about the Nooks. The app, totally free, totally fine. Sometimes I like it better than the Amazon Kindle app, but, it's a reading app. I'm going to read. I like it.
Yeah, right. See?
So
far, we've gotten quite a few. We've given you probably 6 ways, I think, maybe 6 ways already.
Yeah.
To get completely free books.
While still supporting the authors.
Right. Tell us if we gave you one that you didn't know about.
Please tell us.
Yeah. So far, if you've heard something that you did not know about before, be like, hey, y'all introduce me to X, Y, and Z. I want to know.
Yes.
All right. Is there any more freebies or should we move on to the deal type situations?
Yeah, I think that's all the freebies that I had.
Well, okay. So under deals, I'll start with this thing that I just recently found. It's called so it used to be called Patio Books, but now it's called Scribble. So what it is, and it's there are a good amount of freebies on here. But there are some that cost cents, under $1.
Yeah.
From 20 cents, 80 cents. It's a range. And so how it works is authors read their own books. And I guess they're called stories as well. So they'll read their own books, but they'll put it in a podcast format. So what that means is, for example, they may have 2 chapters per podcast episode, quote unquote, and they'll have a podcast intro and outro, and you just kind of just listen. It's usually the author reading their own works.
That's exciting.
Kind of cool.
Yeah.
And It's free to sign up. And like I said, if you want to get, some things that aren't free, they are really well priced, really low. And it's because it's like crowd priced, as they call it.
Mm-hmm.
So the more people listening, the more valuable it is. So the more it costs. And just scrolling through their page today, like the cheapest thing I saw was $0, obviously. Beyond that, I saw like 8 cents, 25 cents. And the most expensive thing I saw was like $1.19.
That's still really cheap.
Yeah. So this is a great way to also try some indie authors and just some different things. And the website looks great. They have an Android and Apple download available. I haven't downloaded it, so I can't speak to the validity of how good those apps work, but they do have them available. And I actually went to try one. I found a free one. I was going to try Infected by Scott Sigler. Ooh. And he's actually on like Penguin Random House, I think. So he's published. And he's on here reading his own book. And like there's 22 podcast episodes that are around 30 minutes each.
That's awesome.
And it's cool. And it's like, it tells you the themes, the characters, the setting, the ratings factors. It's got so much stuff going on here. Violence, target audience, sexual content, language. It's very detailed. It's great. Like, what am I feeling like? Great. The mood of it. It has a mood category under the genre.
Ooh, that's awesome.
I am like enthralled by this. So I came across it. I'm like, I must listen. So yes, that falls under, I guess, great deal since not everything is free, but there are a lot of free things. Check it out, guys.
So I have a kind of random deal offer for you guys. And that is go sign up for the newsletters from the publishing houses themselves. Like not just the authors, but the actual publishing houses, Random House, Penguin, Tor, all of them. Because they will let you know when their books are on sale and when their books are free. And I'm pretty sure it's Tor. I might be totally wrong here. But a couple months ago, one of their authors had a new book coming out. And so every day of the week, they would send you an email and you could get the book for free, like in the series. So Monday you got book 1 for free. Tuesday you got book 2 for free. Like it's 24 hours. You get it. And it was only through their newsletter. And so I got all 5 books in that series for free. I haven't read them yet, but I'm going to. I heard lots of really good things about it. And so, that wasn't on Amazon. That wasn't on Barnes & Noble. You had to download it directly from their website, but you got the entire series for free.
Yeah.
So,
wow, that's cool.
I don't know how often they will do something like that. I don't know. Like it was a very special thing. I haven't seen it very often. But subscribe to the newsletters from the publishing houses. And they will tell you when stuff is on sale, or they will give it to you for free, or whatever.
Yeah, they usually have monthly lists too, monthly recommendation list and stuff. And the cool thing about it is like, you can go to, Penguin Random House, but you don't have to get everything. You can sign up for, I like suspense. I like fantasy. So you'll get emails specific to what you like, which is cool.
Yeah. And again, follow your favorite authors in their newsletters and they'll tell you when their books are free or on sale. But if you want the traditionally published from the publishing houses, they will give you those sales and those freebies.
Yeah. I personally, author newsletters are great if they are, like Casey said, one of your favorite authors. I wouldn't be doing that randomly. You'll get so many emails. It will become too overwhelming to keep track of what is what anyway. But if you have a favorite, do it. But I wouldn't recommend that for a bunch of things. That's just me. I get to the point where I just start deleting emails because it's too much.
Yeah, no, I have way too many emails and I just delete them randomly. But there are I just remembered this. There are groups of authors who once a month they'll send out a free book that you can download. And it's like the Dirty Boys Club and the Bad Billionaire Boys. There's so many. Like just search for your favorite authors and there might be like, hey, sign up for this newsletter and we'll send you a free book every month. And you can download it if you want, or you can skip that month if you don't want to have author.
Mm-hmm. That's
So,
good.
yeah,
That's a good.
Authors will give away their books for free. Hopefully you can, leave a review and then buy another book from them. But it's a great way to try a new author while supporting them.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Okay, so my next one is not free. Okay, so this is not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. Not sponsored. Not sponsored. But if you want to partake, I have a link in the show notes. And what that means is you get a month for free and I get a month for free. So I love this app. It's called Scribd. Cribd. Scribd. I use this a lot. And they have so many titles available, brand new titles. No lie. I'm listening to most of our Buddy Reads thrillers I get through Scribd. So fun. For $8.99, it's unlimited. So they have ebooks, magazines, audiobooks. I mean, anything you can imagine, it's on there. They have, if you're a musician, they have music on there, like where you can actually see,
the sheet
music. Yeah. It's a great resource. And like $8.99 is so great. Cause like if I get 5 things in a month, just imagine that how much you're paying per item. If you get 4, that's like around $2.24 per item. Yeah. And I know people that go through 10 or 15 things a month on there and they don't stop you. They don't stop you.
That's fantastic.
It could turn into a cents per per item if you're reading, listening, or consuming that much. It's great.
Oh, that's awesome.
So Scribd, yeah, I recommend it. Like I do pay for some of my, like I pay for the Audible membership, although only because sometimes Scribd doesn't have it. But I will, how earlier I told you I have a routine. I will check all my library accesses first. Then I will go to Scribd. Not there. Then I will go to Amazon and buy it on Kindle or Audible. Only if it's not on those other places first.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So if you got to check the libraries. You got to check.
Yeah.
You got to check your free and deal areas first. And then.
Yeah.
And then Amazon.
Y'all, if you haven't heard of Scribd, you've been sleeping on a deal. Sleeping. I've been using this service for like 2 years. It's so good.
Yeah.
The only downside, and this is a go around I found, so hopefully no one from that company is listening. On Android, I can't speak for Apple because I don't download it on my Apple device. But on Android, so what they do is they rotate some things in and out on whatever agreement they have with the publishers. So if you save something for later, it could be gone next week because it might have run its cycle. But it will come back later, in a couple of months. But if it's something you were holding for book club next month, it might be gone. So the trick is when I see something I know I'm going to be reading in the next month or so, I download it. And once I download it, even though it's gone for everyone else, it's still on my device.
That's awesome.
Right. Because there's no time limit. It's not like a library. You don't have to turn it back in. You just download it.
Ooh, that's really smart.
Yeah. So that's the trick, guys.
All right.
Don't tell anybody.
You download it.
You download. If you want it, you download that mug because it could be gone for the next 3 months tomorrow. And there's no way for them to notify you if you're, they can't of everything they have in their rotating catalog. But yeah, download that mug and it will stay, at least on Android.
Yeah.
We have a lot more to share, guys, but we're going to take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back. Today's episode is brought to you by the Shelf Addiction merch store. Check out all the bookish t-shirts, notebooks, mugs, and more. Don't miss out on these original designs, perfect for any book nerd. Support the podcast and visit shelfaddiction.com/merch and pick up your next favorite bookish item. All right, we're back. We're just going to jump right back into our recommendations. Casey, what do you have?
Okay, so my next suggestion is used bookstores. I know some people have weird feelings about used bookstores, but I love them. I've worked at several. I will continue to go and work at them and find books everywhere. A local bookstore to me is called McKay's, and they're very, they look down at romance. So They have a very large romance section because people donate a lot of romance novels because, people read them. And McKay's prices them like stupid fucking cheap. Like I could get a brand new looking paperback book for 10 cents or 20 cents or 70 cents, like less than $1. And it looks brand fucking new. And that's just because it's romance. Yeah. All the other genres, you'll pay $2, $3, $4 for a book. It's still a lot cheaper than Amazon and buying it brand new, but their romance section. And that's something you have to deal with at like pretty much every used bookstore is everybody wants to look down at romance. So they either don't have a lot or they price it stupid cheap. Yay, me.
Except for the one I buy. All I'm like, do you guys have anything but romance? Would you come out?
Romance books, guys.
Casey. We'll go there when you come.
Yes. No. I have spent stupid amounts of money at used bookstores, like $100 at a time, and I'm coming out with like 300 books. Mm-hmm. So absolutely 100% worth it.
Speaking of, used books and sales, definitely go to your library's used book sale. Mm-hmm. Because me personally, I have given hundreds of books, just donated for their sales. Oh, yeah. And, they come from places like mine that are pet-free, smoke-free. I've read the book one time or not at all, because sometimes I get unsolicited books that I don't read. I just put them in a stack. But you pay 25, 50 cents for brand new books in great condition.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Some libraries have like a quarterly sale. So every 3 or 4 months, they'll have their big book sale. Some libraries have a used bookstore right there in their store or in their building. And you pay 10 cents, 20 cents, 25 cents. Like it's stupid cheap. And usually they're in really good condition.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen a torn up book in the book sale.
No.
Yeah, they're usually average to really good, like new shape.
Yes.
Again,
libraries.
Giving y'all the thought, all the ideas.
And if you don't want to go out of the house, if you're, a little scared of COVID because COVID is real, thriftbooks.com. It is owned by Amazon, so there is that. But they will sell you stupid cheap books that are basically brand new. You can say, I want it to look like new. I want it to look good. I want it to be acceptable. And you're paying $2 or $3 or $4 for a book. If you have more than $10, you get free shipping. $10, you guys. Free shipping for $10. And they have this new reading rewards thing where if you sign up, every time you spend money, you get points. And every time you hit like 500 points, you get a free book. And depending on your layer, the book can be under $5, under $6, under $7. So, you can get a lot of free books by buying other cheap books. And they will look brand new. Or they'll be ex-library if you don't care if it has a library sticker on it. Or, if you are fine with acceptable, buy an acceptable book. Like, you can choose whatever you want, and they will be stupid fucking cheap with free shipping.
That's the best. And, yes, it's Amazon. But, whatever. I don't know.
They also sell DVDs and Blu-rays for stupid fucking cheap. So if you want some TV, check that out. They have music, they have biographies, they have nonfiction, they have fiction. They have everything. Thriftbooks.com, guys. Very cheap and free books.
I have another really great deal place, and I have used this at least 10 times. It's called paperbackswap.com.
Ooh.
So it's really just it's called a swap because it's really inexpensive. So basically you list books you want to give to away. And basically people just pay the shipping. So you can create a wish list of things. And when somebody has something that matches, and you can say, I want a like new, I want a pet free home, I want a smoke free home. Something matches, you get an alert in your email. You have 24 hours to claim it. So you can go in, you say, yes, I want this book. They ship it to you. You pay $2.50 or whatever it costs to ship it media mail. And you have your book. And I used it to fill out a couple of series that I had.
Ooh, that's smart.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm missing this book, and you can look by edition. So you get the same edition for the rest of the books in your series.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
And like I said, I've used it at least 10 times. And I think they also have DVDs and CDs and stuff, but it started as just books. That's it. And it's called Paperback Swap, but you can get hardcovers too. I got some Cassandra Clare hardcover books.
Ooh,
and all I paid. Awesome. And they give you so many free swaps when you start. So you don't have to pay anything. Nothing.
Oh, I'll have to check that out.
Oh, it's great. And, people, they even teach you how to wrap the books. So you wrap the books in printer paper or something. You wrap it first in a layer of saran wrap, keep it dry. And then you wrap them in the paper and you just tape that thing up and send it on its way. It's the best way.
Smart.
Yes, they even teach you how to do it. I'm like, I would have never thought to wrap a book in saran wrap than wrap it in paper.
That's awesome.
Best thing ever.
So another thought that just popped into my head because you said book swap is hosting a book swapping party with you and your friends. Like if you have a lot of bookish friends who live close to you, host a party. Yes, everybody's vaccinated.
Or you're
safe,
outside.
Or you're outside. COVID is real. Please be safe. Yeah. Host a book swapping party. Take 10 books that you don't want anymore. Have everybody else bring 10 books that they don't want anymore. Put it all on a big table and just, swap books with your friends.
If you want to get fancy, have a signature cocktail and a good charcuterie board. Ooh. Oh, there you go.
I need to do this now.
Yeah.
I just need to find bookish friends.
Oh my gosh. I love a good, I did this cheese and charcuterie board on brown paper on my counter on my island. I got the idea of Pinterest. So I covered my whole island with this brown paper. And I just laid out all of the things. Oh, I did it for the bells discussion. We were talking about the bells. I have pictures on Instagram if you scroll and find them. It was gorgeous.
That sounds awesome.
It was beautiful. And what's going to get you in the book sharing mood than good food and some rosé or whatever your drink is. And then you talk about the books and, you give them away to each other. It's great.
Oh, that sounds like so much fun.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay.
I need to do another one of those soon. It was great.
I need to do one too. And then we'll have to Instagram it and share it with the world. So yes, book swaps with your friends, with bookish people, coworkers, your cousins, whoever.
Yeah, that's a good one. Definitely. I co-sign on that 100%. So that was the last of my deals one. I'm sure there are a lot more deals out there. What about you, Casey? Do you have any more deals?
Kind of ish. So everybody knows Goodreads, right? We use it. It's not the best, but Goodreads has giveaways. Goodreads is constantly giving away books. They're hardbacks, they're paperbacks, I've won several over the years.
E-books. They do
e-books with Kindle. They'll give you ARCs. CDs. Audiobooks. Yes. So go through Goodreads and enter all those contests. You might not win, but you might win and you can get a free book. I got Janine Frost's Ian's first book on Amazon Kindle.
Oh, cool.
Free Janine Frost book for me. Yay!
Yeah. Winning.
Yeah. So go look on Goodreads and see what they're giving away there. And also giveaways Authors host parties and giveaways all the goddamn time on social media. There's Facebook groups for parties. There's, their launch day parties. There's authors just celebrating that it's Tuesday, and they'll give away a $5 Amazon gift card. Those $5 gift cards add up really quickly. Yeah, don't just enter for the $100 gift card. If you enter for the $5 gift cards and go get some free Amazon books.
Yeah. Or whatever else you want.
Or whatever else you want. Like, yeah.
You want to use it on an audiobook? Go ahead. Go for it. You want a bookmark? Go ahead. Go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch them give away stuff. Don't just take the book and then return it and get the money. Like, that's awful. Get the book. Read the book if you want it.
Yeah.
Enter for the gift card if you want money,
But don't be that person. Like, okay, so let me put this caveat about giveaways and book giveaways. Yes. Don't be that person who is like a chronic giveaway enterer, and you go around following all these people to win stuff, and then you are tracking it, and then you go back and unfollow all these people after you win or don't win. Don't be that person. So maybe only enter giveaways you actually care about, because then you can keep following the people you care about.
Yes. Actively try to find authors you want to read. Look at their description of their books. If the book sounds interesting, enter to win the book. If it doesn't sound interesting to you, don't enter.
Skip it.
Yeah. If they're giving a $5 gift card, enter and maybe try out one of their other books, Don't just be a money whore. Yeah, sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
Don't be that person. If you want free books, go to the library.
Yeah. If that's all you care about, just go to the library.
Yeah.
If social media is in your thing, that's fine. Just go to the library too. Go to the library. We come full circle back to where we started. Yeah. The library.
Always go to the library. That's my number one recommendation.
Yes, just for no good reason. Just go in the library and say hi to people and sniff the books and then leave. Leave with a book, but do return it, because they'll come for you.
Yes, they will. Except for the ebooks, because they automatically return those for you, so you have no late fees ever.
Yes, actually, it's so funny because with the fees, like, it got so outrageous for some people. Like, they actually wiped out people's fees with COVID. Mm-hmm. They were like, okay, look, we know you're not going to bring these books back anytime soon. We know y'all already in the hole. We're going to wipe your fees out.
That's so nice.
To start from scratch. Because I do know some people that are bad about returning books. And I'm like, dude, you could have bought that book 3 times over.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah. So anyway, not me. I'm always on time. And if it's the last day, I run my butt inside and hand it to the lady and be like, can you scan this, please? I'm going to be charged.
Yes.
I can't help it.
Oh, the library. I love the library.
I do too. Oh, goody. Do you have anything else, Casey?
No, that's it for me.
Okay, that's it for me too. So we are done with today's topic. We hope you enjoyed it. If you have some recommendations for us as far as deals or freebies that we missed and you think we might be interested to know about it, find us on social media. Join us in the Facebook group.
We're very fun in there.
And all the places you can reach us at. It's like, you don't have to try hard to reach us.
We're online. We're accessible.
Yes.
Come find us.
Yes, and share the knowledge, because I'm always looking for some knowledge. So if you have something for us, please do share. And if you're still listening to my voice right now, thank you so much. I appreciate you for listening to the whole episode.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, we will catch you in the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
If you enjoyed today's episode and would like to show your support, there are a few things you can do. Head on over to Apple Podcasts and leave a positive 5-star review, or like this episode on your favorite podcast player. It seems so simple, but it really helps me out. You can share this podcast with other book nerd friends or on your favorite social media space. You can also join the Shelf Addiction Patreon family. For as little as $2 a month, you will help us produce even more awesome content for your ears. You can also consider joining the Shelf Addiction Official Facebook group, where we talk all things bookish and more in a safe space. The Shelf Addiction Podcast is a part of the Nerdy Maven Network. You can also reach us via email at info@shelfaddiction.com. Thank you for listening.